Coming home for Christmas, it's been far too long. The sparrows are singing the Yuletide song. Leaves are falling, it's that time of year. Christmas season's drawing near. Oh, the carols we will sing as the children's voices ring. The winter snowflakes blanket everything. In a one-horse open sleigh, we'll be laughing all the way. And that's why I can't wait for Christmas Day. Coming home, home. Merry Christmas, see you soon. Coming home for Christmas, how I miss you so. Boughs of holly and mistletoe. String the lights and decorate the tree.
Well, hello again. I hope you're having or have had a wonderful Christmas. Let's take a look at all the stuff we got on this calendar then. First things first, I'm gonna have to remove these lights. They're only gonna get in the way. Already taking the decorations down. That is the worst part of Christmas in my opinion. Taking the decorations down when it's ended. Let's clear all these just off to the side for now. Let's get the advent out. Just going to open one of the sides and just pull out the insert. I thought that was something then. It's not. It's just one of the doors has come off. Or I've obviously been a bit too rough. Yep, that's got it all. So we can put that aside. And we'll ceremonially get rid of that later on. Anyway, let's take a look at what we got. So, plenty of things here. Right, 2 piles of bits and then all the cards at the back there. So we've got a pile of sort of ornaments / figurines. We've obviously got the Happy Holidays token. Sadly it was plastic, it'd be nice if that was metal, but you know, we usually get them. That is quite nice. The new thing for this calendar this year, singular, is this fuel tank, filler tank thing here with a Christmas hat on it. Yes, alright. It's quite a nice addition, especially as it's, you know, it's sort of the car related and festive at the same time. We get another present this year, which is pretty nice. I like the colours on this one. Do quite like that. You can sit it under your little trees and that. We get the snowman, which we've had many times, if not every calendar. This one is white and blue this year. We've had this a few times as well. We've got the Christmas tree. This one is just sort of a goldy or sort of bronzy, creamy white, sort of some sort of off-white, and a green with a very big line down the side. But that's quite nice. And then we get him. Yeah, I always put some weird edits over him because there is just something about him that just doesn't really scream Christmas. But I guess he is the abominable snowman, so you know he's got to be a little bit creepy, eh? We've had him a few times before, if not every time. Then we get into the attachment section. So first of all, this is actually 2 days worth, but we'll look at them both together. We get this attachment ribbon thing, and then another Christmas tree. So we get 2 Christmas trees, although one is technically an attachment. Again, it's pretty much splitting apart. I don't think it'd take much force, because I've pretty much got my nails in there already. Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of just splitting apart as we speak. And then this attachment again. I really don't like this attachment. Luckily this year they've only given us the one item. Previous year they gave us 2, and it was just even worse. It was some weird like toboggan attachment that went on the roof. Really bizarre. Not overly impressed with that piece. We get this Christmas hat, which I think is new. I might be wrong though. Which is alright. It kind of works. I think some other cars it'll work better on, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Does it work better on that? Actually, do you know what? It works better on that because it sits on the the engine, I think. I don't know, I guess it looks a bit weird it sitting above it. It kind of just blocks all vision, but then do we see, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of it too realistically. Christmas is all about magic, and you know, Hot Wheels aren't the realistic of things anyway. Here we have 3 days worth, bearing in mind, yeah, this is 3 whole days worth because you get this attachment and the 2 deers separately, or reindeer. Yeah, we get the slightly weird looking reindeer. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's to keep costs down on this calendar, but the reindeer are always just a little bit eerie with their one bulgy eye and lack of any detail. And then the attachment to attach it to the car. Next attachment, we got the sort of tracks to make your vehicle more of a snowmobile. Again, I do like these. We usually get a set like this. This year it's in purple. You can see where the plastic's already going a bit white, where I've had to bend this on certain cars. This year, these haven't fit on a lot of the cars. I guess I haven't tried them all. Like, even that's never going to fit. And these wheels are so thin, it's just going to break the wheels. Won't fit on the front. It's a very tight fit on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the car I put on that made it stretch. So again, not sure. A lot of the cars this year aren't quite wide enough to fit this, or maybe this one is defunct, I'm not sure. I struggle to fit that on most of the cars. And we get the tracks, or the sort of skis attachment. Quite a nice colour this year, but we've had this quite a few years. That fit fine on most of the cars. We get the sled, or toboggany thing, which does hold the cars. Let's try one of the wider ones. It might just be we've got a lot of wider cars this year, or wider wheels. I don't know, that fits alright. So maybe it's just, have they messed something up and made this a bit too thin? Yeah, that fits fine. Let's say it's got clear wheels underneath, which are pretty hidden. Yeah, it rolls along. Again, that's quite nice. We usually get one of them. And we get a ramp as well. Not much can be said about it. It's just a wedge of plastic. Well, it's not even a wedge. It's just a piece of plastic moulded in it. And it's grey this year. It's alright though. You get a thing to hold it and you can ramp your cars over it. That's quite cool. Don't mind that. And as for the cars, we'll start with this one now. As always, we get 8 cars. Project Speeder there. I like the colouring on this one, especially those flames on the side. A pretty cool looking car. Hang on, let's have some more light for these. Yeah, I very much like the colorations on this one, and the really big rear lens light. A pretty cool casting, that one. This one, a very strange looking car, is the Formula Solar. Very, very funny with the little wheels, but yeah, pretty cool. It's got some nice decals, and it's got the sort of X-Racer or X-Ray kind of look to it. The thing I love about this though is it actually has an opening feature, which is quite rare for some of these cars these days, so that's a very nice touch. It's obviously only plastic, and man, that break quite easily, but you know, it's still pretty cool. We have the 16 Angels or Angles. I can't remember what one it was. It's one of those two. Yeah, quite nice. I like the white. The orange and blue looks pretty good with the orange track coloured wheels. This one is pretty cool. Quite a nice little addition. The massive engine on there. Nice. Then we also had the Torque Twister, again with the orange wheels. I assume this is another good track car. Doesn't have the logo on it though, the Loop logo. This is nice. So I've got almost like a snowy flame, maybe a watery effect on the side of it. Pretty cool contrasting colours. The yellow, the blues and the oranges. I like the cutout designs on this one. The cutout grills and hood vents are pretty neat. We've got this car here, which was the Cyber Speeder, and this has the Loop design. Again, orange wheels. This one's cool because it's got the adjustable front splitter on it. That is very nice. Nice pink colour with some pretty cool livery on it. And the rear turbo exhaust. Oh, so cool. Pretty sure we've had this one before. I think we've had this one before as well. One I definitely know we've had before was this car here. I'm very sure we've had this in red. Maximum Leeway. I do like the colours on this as well. The light blue, black and yellow contrast well with the grey. This one's kind of got these like bolted on panel look to it. Sort of bolted on, maybe some sort of stock car. You've got a little vent there or something. And a yellow and blue interior, or yellow and cyan interior. Very bold, very, very cool. And yeah, we definitely didn't have one of these before. Aristo wrap, pretty neat addition. A very, very weird looking thing with a weird little truck bed at the back, the engine underneath there, massive spoiler, roof intake, fuel tank in the front, and just this all sort of exposed front and spit. A very, very weird thing. Definitely a crazy looking rat rod of sorts, but I thought the colour was really nice. That sort of matte finished red does look pretty good. And finally, the last car on the calendar, the day 24 car, as said on the side, is this awesome Muscle and Blown. A very, very cool looking car. I love this one. Definitely my favourite out of the calendar. Should we do a rating? I think I normally do rate the cars from my favourite to my least favourite, so why not? Definitely my favourite. That's got to go up there because I like the opening feature, even though the car's a bit weird. Probably something like that. Most favourite being on this side. Obviously, again, very much biased by my personal preference for vehicles. I tend to not like open wheel things and super crazy sports cars, but you know, this is a bit weird, and it's only really up this high because it's got the moving part. But you know, it's kind of cool being an X-racer and all that. So yeah, that is my little rating. Not saying this is terrible, but it's just my least favourite, if you get what I mean. There it is. Let's maybe try and make this look a bit more interesting or something. Might even drop the lanterns down a bit actually. There we go, that looks a bit better. And we've still got him looming in the back there. Let's try to focus on the cars a bit. But overall, I think that is pretty awesome. That is pretty cool. Overall, pretty impressed with this year's calendar, but I think the roof attachment was a bit bad, and this not fitting most of the cars is just meh. We always get fancy cars in these calendars, so I quite like it when we get sort of more realistic looking cars. Pretty good this year. I do like the Muscle and Blown, but yeah. Hot Wheels, if you are watching and listening, we know you're not. We know Mattel don't care, but you know, if you want suggestions, I suggest 1, we need a premium version of this calendar, or a full car calendar. Every day is a car. I don't care. I know it will be expensive. I want it though, and maybe hide what's in it. Don't ruin the days on the front of the calendar. Put the suggestions hidden in the back or in a leaflet somewhere. I don't know. I mean, just put what's in it online, so if people want to know, they can know. I mean, I don't need to know, but yeah, I get this is more of a kiddified version. I would love a sort of more collector version, whether it's just premiums or main lines, you know, that are a bit more sought after, less of the fantasy car. Oh yeah, a full 24-day calendar with even with just fantasy cars like this in it would be much better than this. I do like some of the figurines, but they are repeating and getting a bit boring, let's face it. If you're looking for any other ideas though, Mattel, too, not that you're watching, how about some more Christmassy like ornaments? I know we do get an ornament attachment to make one of the cars that puts like a hook on one of the cars to hang in the tree, but that's not what I mean. I want like maybe some Christmas tree ornaments or something you can hang up, I don't know, that are Hot Wheels themed. Like a little plastic pendant that you can, like a bauble. A Hot Wheels bauble would be quite cool, wouldn't it? I don't know. Just a thought, rather than these things that just sit around and can't really do a lot. I don't know. I've never had anywhere to put these. They're not really Christmas ornaments, are they? They're just sort of I don't know. I mean, this doesn't even really belong in a diorama. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I feel like we need a little bit of extra stuff to spice things up, and yeah, a premium collector's advent calendar would just be the absolute fucking coolest thing ever. Like, come on, let's make it happen. Anyway, I suppose it's time to call it there. It's been fun, and it's been bloody quick. I don't know where it's gone. But it's probably safe to end it soon because my retro lights are very hot and might set fire to my tree. Oh, the magic of old Christmas lights. So again, hope you're having or have had a brilliant Christmas. I wish you the very best, and yeah, a happy new year to come soon. But anyway, I will leave you now with the sending off of the advent calendar. Wish you all the best. See you in the next one.